Hi, this is Kim Pinkney, and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, today I am in 7th Sanctum. I'm back from vacation, and I decided I was going to play with some random generators and design new characters, weird characters, whatever comes to mind. From this website called 7thsanctum.com. It's a generator. And I'm going to turn towards my desktop. Hopefully I don't have any ninja porn or anything like that on it. But basically, let me get out of some of these windows so I can see what we're doing. Here we are. Okay, so on 7thsanctum.com, I just pretty much did some generators, and that's where I got my Hamster Jouster. They're fantasy, pretty much. Like one of them here is Beard Crook, Bonsai Hooligan, Disco Mongerer, and these are all supposedly jobs, fantasy jobs. Pie Thumper, Salamander Marker, and the one that caught my eye was Vulture Driver. Either Vulture Driver, Vulture Subduer, something like that. It's like, well, I haven't drawn a vulture in forever, and I haven't drawn, it's just like things like this, kind of like, what would a Vulture Driver look like? Would it be an actual vulture head, or would it be a kid or a person, old man, whatever, someone seasoned who's handling these vultures? And would that character take on some of the likenesses of their job? So I was just looking at some of these and just like, wow, okay, all right. But before I jump into that, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I had been working on while I was on vacation. And I tell you, it was weird. It was just surreal not drawing every day or at the crack of dawn because I didn't have my computer on me. So this one here was the Hamster Jouster. And I found a little girl on Pinterest who was like sticking her tongue out. And I'm like, huh. And then I decided to make like her little symbol be like, what is it called? A sunflower with its little tongue sticking out. So I have those as her little symbols, and then I have her hamster, and I'm figuring that the hamster is kind of golden colored. I'm like, okay, so she'll be like a golden jouster, and purple kind of offsets the yellow. So that's what I have right here, and I was working on this over the weekend, and while I was on the airplane, and it was coming out pretty good because I don't usually draw fur. I don't draw animals that often, but if I stick with this, I probably will be drawing a lot more animals. And I'll show you the time lapse of how I got this far. I started out in Adobe Illustrator Draw. Here's my line art here, and I will see if I can make this available, so like maybe at some time this could become someone else's coloring book or a coloring page. It's pretty rough, so I'd have to clean it up a bit before I could kind of release it as a coloring page ethically. But let's see, here's the time lapse. And I pretty much started out with drawing the little girl, what I wanted her to kind of be shaped like. And I was thinking, you know what, this hamster is just a little too small for someone to ride. So I started making him a little bit bigger, and I'm like, you know what, I don't know how to draw a hamster. So I went and found a picture of a hamster, made him a little bit more feasibly bigger, because I figure this hamster has to be fast as well as, and if you ever had a hamster, those little biting beasts, they travel pretty fast and they hide pretty quick too. So I remember having a hamster as a little girl, and we kept losing them. We kept playing with them, trying to sleep with them at night. They're not that kind of pet. So here I am, just pretty much fleshing out what I want the hamster to do, kind of like Hamsters like to eat and put things in their pouches, in their cheeks. So I have them holding like a little sunflower seed, giant sunflower seed. So I was playing with the idea of having multiple jousters with their colors and their banners and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? This could be part of a story. The kids are small. They joust on hamsters. They have their own little symbols. Because I'm gonna run through my little Game of Thrones withdrawal. But let me make this a little smaller for the screen. Oh, I just popped out of it. Let's see. Let me get back to it. But as I was drawing it, I'm like, okay, you don't see very many black female jousters. So I'm like, okay, all right. So she's kind of like an anomaly. And I'm like, okay, there's a story here. And maybe the king, who's probably also a toddler, or a prince or something like that. Maybe she's doing that to show that I'm tougher than I look. Sticking out her tongue. It's kind of like, if it's become her colors and stuff, I figure that it's something that it gives her personality. It's like, okay, she thumbs her. She's not afraid. And she likes to taunt. And show off and be flashy, but also a little feminine. She's got sunflower seeds, but the sunflower could also be reminiscent of, what the hamster eats. So it's kind of like it all balances out. And without the sunflower, you wouldn't have the hamster, and things like that. So what I like about drawing digitally is that if I have an idea, I can do out my roughs, and then I could throw another layer on top, as if I'm throwing another piece of paper on top, tracing over what I did, and then and adding a little bit more finesse to it, and it's kind of fun. And when I'm done with this one, I'll show you the t-shirt I made using my drawing. What I basically did, and I'll tell you more about that one. But anyway, but this is the Hamster Jouster. And then I took it from this and then threw it into Procreate, and was fleshing out the colors and stuff like that. And I was watching a video this morning. I try to remember where everything is. I was watching a video this morning on brushes and stuff like that. And one person says that you shouldn't rely on a brush to get you the textures and whatnot that you need. Because it's not gonna make it happen for you if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm like, you know what? I don't feel guilty now about using just the brushes that are in here. And so here's the time-lapse replay of this one. And I started with the little girl. It was kind of awkward because the picture itself is like all one flat white image. It's not like transparent where I can just fill in certain areas. So eyes and stuff like that get obliterated if you're coloring on top. But I still just kind of like zenned out and was doing my own thing, adding different details and stuff to faces and the hair, and to the creature overall. And I was just trying to figure out where would this person live. And that's some of the things that I come up with when I draw is there's a backstory. There's a reason for everything that you see in the picture. So maybe she's from Africa or an African type region where people have dark skin and ride hamsters, and joust hamsters as well. And I figured there'd be a lot more tolerance if it was I don't know. Maybe it's even more emphasized if it's like with kids, how they treat each other. But they can be as petty as they want to be um, in this sort of thing. And I'm bringing it up closer to my camera so you guys can see the smaller details without me accidentally popping in and out of the picture. But let's see. Um, what else can I say about this? Um, Doing the eyes and stuff like that. Didn't know what I was doing anyway. Anyway, so coloring the hamster. And I guess I could call her Goldie, or I don't know if it would be. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between a boy hamster and a girl hamster. So until they give birth or don't give birth, I guess these people, well, they would know if you've got somebody who handles the hamster handler. I don't know, but I see the hamsters as being kind of tame. They'll bite you if they feel like it, but they won't eat you. So they'd make a decent horse, I guess. They're nice and fuzzy, and warm, and I don't know. Maybe they could develop a rapport with them that I couldn't when I was a kid. But they're wild creatures, and you got to catch them and tame them and domesticate them and ride them and knock the other person off their hamster. So I was debating whether or not I wanted to keep the story going. What more could I add to it? But I thought it would be cute to have like a bunch of kids as little hamster riders. And I'm getting close to the end of this. But that's basically what I've been working on as a, just a doodle and stuff. And just kind of developing it a little bit more, trying to make it interesting looking. Let's see. And I think all of this can exist in the same kind of realm. I think it'd just be really cute to see like little knights as, just unconventional things. Like the vulture driver, things like that. Things that have their different jobs. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And there we go. And that is about it. All right. So that is my hamster rider. I still need to figure out if I want to make her armor like golden, and then maybe make her overshirt, or I'm not exactly sure what it's called. Make that like purple. Just kind of keep that purple and gold theme going on. Okay, so for the next one that I had done, and none of them are complete. Let's see. I was working on a picture of my daughter, or from a picture of my daughter. Let's see. Yeah, it's in this. This was a doodle I was doing of Aaliyah, and I was just using pretty much like a couple of these thingies here, but it's just a portrait. So let me show you the time lapse of that. Now, had I had done it in a different, got some schmutz on here. Sorry, just try to wipe. Ah, that's cute. Okay, was trying to wipe something off of the screen. All right, back to the time lapse. Sorry, didn't mean to scream. It's too early for that crap. And let's see. Alrighty. Okay, so time-lapse video. Okay, this is my little Aaliyah picture, and I pretty much just started out with basic outlines and stuff. They're really faint, but they start to darken a little bit. And if I decide to keep going, I'm thinking of maybe making her do something, and maybe find something random and have her doing something. Yeah, she was a beautiful talent when she was alive, and I was a big fan of her music. Just beautiful. Her voice and everything. It's just amazing. So now, as I was doing this sketch, um, I wanted to color it in a bit, but every time I colored it in, I just didn't like it. It just didn't flow for me when I tried to just like fill in color. So I was using tiny lines to make the shapes, just some, and then using the transparency of the pencil or whatever I was using, the color I was using. It's all shades of black, and I just went up and down on the transparency of the black. Um, and it's pretty okay until you get up to the top of the head, because the picture that I was using, the top of the head was cut off, which really sucked. But this was just something I was doing just to relax a bit. Yeah, I was hoping to do a lot more artwork while I was with my daughter, because she's very artistic as well. At her apartment, it looks like a giant studio. Okay, so that part was done. Let's see. So those are those two. This is the one I was working on of my daughter. I had no idea what I was going to put on her. And I'll just show you how it started, because I started off with her head and then just kept shrinking it and then doing the body and shrinking that and doing the legs. Let's see. Time lapse. Okay. And at first I was just going to have her with like a rainbow superpower of some sort. And it just pretty much evolved from the portrait to full body. And I think I wanted to go back to the portrait because it was like cutting it off, all the artwork and stuff of it was looking really good once I brought it into the other program. And again, I'm back in Adobe Draw because I just like how it gives me the nice crisp lines. Yeah, her hair reminded me of Show Nuff from The Last Dragon. So I'm like, you know what? I think I can give her that little Asian vibe where Show Nuff had his hair like in a top knot and then the rest of it down in afro. And I'm like, okay, Show Nuff. And then I just kept going further. I found this really cool pose where a woman looked really super strong. And to me, my daughter is like a hero, you know. So, but I think I went a little overboard on the legs. And I'll just come down a little bit. Bring my camera up so you can see the entire screen. Now the upside to this is you doing digital is that they have these time lapses where you can come back and you can see your strokes and stuff. And I can't do that with my hand drawing. So if I stray away from the computer, I don't get to see. And let's see, and I think I was working on the face at this time. You know, you don't get to see everything that I had done, you know, because I forget the strokes that I've done. Unless it was painful, I forget my strokes. Okay, so let me go back and then get you to the other program. So what I did is I started filling in the color in this program. And it looks rough, but then when I come to Procreate, I can smooth it out with this tool right here, and it just seems to blend things together really nicely. Um, and I'll show you the time lapse on this one. But I was talking to my daughter. I'm like, if you were, if you had a superpower, what would you do? What would you? She says, I'd be a supervillain. I'm like, oh gosh, this was not helping. So let me see. Here we go. Here's the time lapse of that. And the thing that I don't like is that it gets pixelated. When you zoom in, it pixelates. Um, and it gets a little frustrating with that. But I can get some really good textures. Um, I don't know. I just really enjoy drawing digitally or coloring digitally. Let me zoom out. And that's pretty much what I've got so far. I haven't decided exactly what to put on her. She likes that I had made her a lot more muscular than she actually is, but she has a really decent shape. She's normal looking now. She used to be very skinny, almost like supermodel skinny. But now she's more healthy looking, and she seems a lot happier. And she gets a lot of compliments. Alright, so this is the shirt that I ended up, this is the thing I ended up putting on a shirt and on a bag. And I'll show you how the shirt turned out. I was using, I took this image, brought it into Krita, and got it to the shape and size that I wanted. That would fit onto this. Give me a second. I ended up buying this photo transfer paper, and let's see if I can find the shirt. Ended up printing it out on my new printer, and this is what it looks like on the shirt. Exactly like how it looks in the picture, I think. It's a little darker on the shirt, though. I've worn it. It's all wrinkled. Just pulled it out of my bag. But I know that over time, this will break down. So what I want to try to do is put some Mod Podge on here and see how that stands the test of time and washes. So I'll be doing that. But it's on there pretty well. It's kind of lightweight. When you use the paper, you just print it out like regular, and you have to peel it off and then put it onto the shirt. You don't just like put the whole transfer on and then just iron it. And it's super important to cut out, your image so you don't have the background, because when you don't cut out the elements, it's all just solid white if you don't fill it in with something. So I got this kind, and I got a what is it called? Another one that glows in the dark. So if at any time you guys happen to like any of these images and you like to see it on a shirt, I'm not sure how this will last without putting Mod Podge on there. And the downside to Mod Podge is that it is a little heavier, because you're putting a couple layers on to protect it. And over time it'll soften up, but when you first pull it out, it'll be stiff. And you have to dry it on like a low heat, or else it'll crumple up on itself, and then you'll have to pull it apart. But there is hope. Like the graphite one that I had done, like I had done this with charcoal, I had gone back and went over it with fabric marker, because I think if I do another a transfer with Mod Podge on here, I don't mind it being on a bag, because you don't have to feel a bag on your chest, So I just pick up any Mod Podge. This one's a gloss, but this one here, I went back, put some jewels on it, and some other little thingies, and just kind of did it up. It's like, even though it may, depending on your results, crumple up on itself, because I learned the hard way that you have to have it on like a lower temperature when you dry after washing it, and after that, just decorate it as you wish. It's Let me see if it won't come off on my hands. And plus, I went back over with, to define it a lot better. I went back over with a fabric marker and just defined my lines a bit. Now, it is like off-colored right here, but I have plenty of space to say I am a goddess, type of thing on here. Also, I took Mod Podge in some letters, and I put it on another bag. So if I want, I can take that. I could take that picture that I did of my daughter, this one right here, and then I could put it like right here, And I was hoping that I'd have a bigger variety of letters, because I wanted to do the LGBTQ colors, but it just only came in like 3 colors: the red, the green, the blue. But it was iridescent. Is that what it's called? Or but you can do that with Mod Podge. I sealed it, so these guys aren't going anywhere. So now I can decorate it any way I want. This dried for about 4 days since I was gone, and this is coming up on the bottom here because I didn't glue this down enough. But what I would do is I'd probably put one more coat of Mod Podge on there just to be on the safe side, or I'd put like a fabric glue underneath this and just decorate it. And I was doing this for her birthday, but why would she want to have a daughter bag? So I could put like my daughter is an artist or something like that, or I don't know. But I was just playing with these letters to see if I could actually Mod Podge this on here. Now, once I do my final Mod Podge, I'd love to see what it would do after I wash it. Now, I accidentally left a couple of letters, because there's like letters on top of letters on here, and it looks like it just pretty much sealed the whole gosh darn thing. So, damn. But anyway. Let's see, was there any, I think that might have been all I worked on while I was out. Let's see, I might have done like a little bit of, I might have added a little bit to this one, but now that Mermaid is over, I am pretty much done with it. Let's see, I don't think I did anything else. Nah, but this one I might finish eventually. This is my Tina Turner Beyond the Thunderdome picture, and I just was loving how the face was coming out. So this one, ultimately, if I can capture her likeness, I will definitely finish. But I kind of like having things that are like on the back burners that to come back to and stuff, like let my eyes rest, the frustration die. Julie, welcome back. Okay, so without further ado, let's see, is there anything else? Just running through here. Let's see. I was going through the line at TSA, and I was debating on whether or not I wanted to see how long it would take to get through the line. It was freaking huge to go through that line. So I found a kid with a monkey on his head, and I'm like, you know what? I would love to see how long it would take to get through this line and how much of a picture I'd have done. So this is as far as I'd gotten. I don't know, drawing standing up and then picking up my backpack and moving forward were interesting. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so let's see. Anything else? Anything else? I started coloring this one, but mermaid is over, so I do not care. I do not care. Let's see. Yeah, this was what was her name? Lena Horne. As a, you know, it's gonna do her as like one of these fashion deco mermaids. Let's see. La 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 la. I think that'll be it. Okay. Now, my daughter had come up with this one idea, but I'll draw that on another day. Let's see. Let's see. See, I don't think I did anything else. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, so that's it. So it was only a couple pictures. I wasn't, I don't know. I think I watched more Venture Brothers than anything. Okay, so let me get out of this. And I'm going to get traditional today. As much as I love drawing on, let me see if there's anything I did in here. I had bought some Tombow markers. This is another thing I was doing while I was waiting on the plane. Let me turn on my light now. Forgot about that. When I have my hand drawing, gotta have lights. Okay, so this one I had gone back to Bishop just to test out these Tombow markers. They're okay. This is Bristol paper, I believe. No, it isn't. This is, yeah, it is. It is Bristol paper. And I don't know. I don't like it so much. It's funny. I don't know if it's just because I'm out of practice using markers that are similar to Crayola markers. But I tried to use them like, let's see. I tried to use them like, oh God, what's it called? Where'd my Tombows go? Crap. I thought they were right here. There they are. This is the set that I was using. And I thought I could use them similar to, what are those freaking markers called? The high-end ones. They'll come to me. Copics, whatever. It's got this nice tip, and this tip, believe it or not, was ripping the frick out of this paper. Now I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So what I'll do eventually is probably try using these on baby oil paper and see how it works. Because this tip you would think would be nice and soft and pliable. It's not. No, I don't think it's that. It's not. I was thinking that this brush tip was going to be soft, kind of like the Copic marker, and it's not. It was just tearing the shit out of my paper. And this is good sturdy paper. Let's see. Something I can experiment with. Like I was putting it on. Oh, this one I could practice on. Let's see. It was somewhere in the back that I was coloring. I can't remember. Oh, I know where. I bought a second drawing book. It's so hard to find Bristol paper with the rings. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Okay, so I tested it on this Bristol paper. And I don't know. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. But it goes on if I take my time and add it. Like one of them I think was dried out or drying out, which is possible. I went to a Michael's that was out of my state But I was thinking that, oh, you know, quality and stuff. I don't know. But this one is wet, but the one that I was using was dry. So it was tearing up my paper. But anyway, yeah, I was trying to do a portrait with these guys, or at least just trying them out. And the colors come out okay, you know. They're not Crayola where they're like super vibrant and stuff like that. But let's see. Yeah, I think it tore up my paper because I need to let it dry. This is one of those mediums that has what is it called? Okay, this is nice and juicy. Maybe I just had to use it. But this isn't the one that was dry. It's not too bad. And because it's wet, and this isn't, if this was watercolor paper, I think I'd be pretty much in good shape. Let's see, that's the brush tip. And it's got this tip here. It's like a bullet tip of some sort. I'm wondering if this is the one that I'm supposed to use for finer lines. Yeah. Let's bring it out more of those finer lines. Yeah. I didn't have a pencil on me. I'm like, what kind of artist am I? You know, and I left my pencil at my daughter's along with my headset and another thing that I used to but this one also comes with, I don't know if this is considered white or just a blender, but it gives me that extra, I don't know, I think they use it as a blender. It's not bleeding out. I don't know, I think maybe this dries a lot faster. There it goes. But anyway, so I had bought some markers. I bought these, and I did it for Ian. Because he wants to see more traditional stuff. You know, downside with traditional is that I gotta carry all this stuff with me rather than digital. So stop your greeting, Kim. Stop your greeting. Okay, yeah, this is another one that I had done with the markers as well. Not so bad. Maybe it was also my pressure that I put on it too, but you gotta wait for it to dry a bit if you're not blending colors. I don't know, it's just been a while. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick a random idea here. Going back to seventhsanctum.com. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna hit this one to generate more classes. And these are all just wacky jobs that'll inspire me to draw something crazy or whatnot. And what I can do is I'll draw it digitally, and then I can bring it into my game, not my game, I'm sorry. Bring that into my digital. And I want something that's going to be, I could put it on a shirt. Okay, so I've got Alligator Miser, Asp Master, Bullfrog Master. Ooh, here we go. Candy Gladiator. Oh dog. That's me. We gotta be a candy, okay, candy. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, I was gonna say, mechanical pencil, you've let me down. You failed me. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I got more leads. Embrace the leads. Okay. Oh, it gets better. We've got Dove Tamer, Cow Harasser. Let's see, Funk Mongerer, Malamute Clubber, Moose Logger, Loger, Oregano Gatherer, Automancer, Ottermancer, Ox Smacker, Ox Master, Potato Stealer, Ramen Brigand, and Spoon Diviner, and Vibe Scoundrel. I have no idea how I would do a Vibe Scoundrel, but I like the idea of a candy gladiator. So, different candies and stuff, all on this gladiator. So, let me see if I can. I want to find a guy that like looks incredibly buff, buff and hot. Let's see. I think I want to take somebody out of the movie or TV show Spartacus. Let's see. Let me see. Spartacus. Just because. God, I love that show. Now, I loved Andy here. He was freaking amazing. I loved Crixus. Ooh, Gannicus. Okay, let's see. Candy Gladiator. So, I could have him holding broken, what is it called? It's got to be, like, totally Gladiator. Oh, ooh. That's a nice pose. That's a nice pose. Okay, so I'm going to take this pose. Ooh, Doctore. I like that dude. Doctore was awesome. Damn. Okay, alright. Enough ogling. Wow. Okay, let's see. So I'll take Andy. First I'll take this pose. That pose is badass. Let's see. So copy image. And I go to one of these. Let's see. We'll do file new. And I use a presentation. And then just paste the picture. I don't care about your themes. Okay, so there's that pose. Create a new slide. And then grab a face that's kind of either in this position or really close to it. Let's see. Oh, I love Agron. Oh my god. Wow. Damn. Okay. Let's see. No, but I love Andy Whitfield. It sucks that he died. Okay, I want a face of his. I don't like the other guy that much. He's Liam, something or other. Okay. But that's iconic. That's an iconic face. Yes. Not the image. We'll throw it here. Okay, so we got our face. We got our thing. Okay, so now we need our candy. We'll do a couple new slides. Okay, so I'm thinking it would be a candy cane. But I need to do something with the... Let's see if we can find an interesting candy cane. Because I don't know anything about Greek candy. Let's see, we got candy. Let's see. Alright, we got different kinds of candy. I don't see any that would kind of be in a loop, you know, so I can make chains. I could have him holding a candy bar. Let's see. Oh, Ian, once you've tried the, what is it called? The tablet, it's like you'll want to throw the paper away. I guarantee you. Because once you've, like, don't have to carry around this, a pencil, you know, you don't have to carry around your drawing book, a pencil, markers, eraser, you know, and then you're having to wipe the thing. And I mean, it's like, yeah, it sounds like I'm whining, but you know, once you had a taste of that, it's like, damn, it's hard to go back. Now we've got rock candy. That might make an awesome weapon. Or we can have we could have, okay, I think I got it. I'm going to use some of these. I like the, the lollipop idea. So I could take a lollipop. Let me copy this image. Let's see, maybe a different lollipop. Let's see, what was it called? Charms Blow Pop? Gummy bear. Oh, now that would be cute. How can I use a gummy bear? Oh, now that's good. That'll be good. That'll be, ooh, even better. Okay, so copy that image. Okay. And this gives me inspiration on what I'm going to be throwing there. So we got that. What other candies can we use? Oh, what do you call those things that you can put on your wrist? Those candy necklace, candy bracelets. So let me see if I can find one. Oh, I could do a gummy bear necklace or gummy bear bracelet. I'll see. So I'll copy that. Or I could put that on his, let's see. You know how he's wearing this right here, this thing going over his shoulders? I could have gummies or something like that on there. Okay. All right. All right. So, yeah, this is what I do when I don't know what I want to draw. It's like I'll find an image that I like, and then I'll, or, you know, something that inspires me. I think, I'm trying to think, do I want to go big? We'll go big. Go big, and I wish I could stay home. But that's not in the cards. Okay, so, yeah, Ian, you little snot. Yeah, back to drawing. Back to this traditional drawing. I can't control Z or anything like that, which was what I was whining about before. Okay, so drawing lightly. I'm going to sketch out how I want him to be positioned. But ultimately, when I get ready to color this is going to be colored in digitally, because I can carry that. I don't want to carry the colors. Or what I could do is from the Gladiator movie, grab, you know, that would be kind of cool to have as a theme. Take these crazy character classes and then see if we can merge it into a movie. One of those multi-picture, motion picture extravaganza, epic movies and stuff. So like, he's a candy gladiator. I could use Russell Crowe instead. Are you not entertained? See, now if I had the what did you call it? The digital, I can slide this over and fit my thing in. Yeah. Now I really have to draw. I have to keep in mind what I'm doing. Keep my proportions straight. There's no highlighting it and moving it over. But it was fun looking at like Mel's picture. Now I'm going to probably twist this Let's see. I'll have to move this over again. And I'm gonna make that candy that we saw. But first I want to get the image down. Oh, you don't even see me drawing. Son of a bitch, good eater. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. I was sketching. I'm all like talking about the picture, but you can't see it. Let's see. What? Ian said a shield or a helmet. He says, Ian said as a shield or a helmet, the gummy bears. That would be cheating, Kim. No! Yeah, cheating once I get ready to color it, then I can alter it any way I want. So there, yeah. Breaker of chains, breaker of wheels. Oh, this could be, what do you call those candies? The ones that are like gummy worms. I could have a gummy worm chain. I might have to leave it straight like that. You gotta chew your way to freedom. Okay, so this one I'll do traditional, and then the other one, other candy one, I'll do digital. Or maybe not. Maybe, let's see. But I like the idea of, what is it called? I like the idea of doing Russell Crowe as the gladiator, and then just turn him into candy. But I've already started off with Spartacus, so we'll stick with Spartacus for now. Gummy bear shield or helmet. Let's see. Well, this one right here, he's holding. Let's see. He's holding the. Yeah, if I do this one, this is definitely like when they had the Gannicus. How like they could earn their freedom. Julie, have you guys watched Spartacus? The TV show on Stars? Let's see, I'm just gonna give a hint of where the sword is. That way you guys kind of have a reference of what I'm talking about. Yeah, on that one they were much more naked. But with, with Spartacus, not Spartacus, with Gladiator, they had more clothes. That's no fun. Oh, okay. All right. So we'll do the first sketch here. I'm just trying to loosely get the shape here. Like, I also was trying to come up with an idea of using some of my reference books, the ones that teach you like the how to draw this, that, and the other, and taking them step by step. Like I've got one on how to draw cartoons, and my stuff is not as cartoony as I'd like it to be. Okay, so I think I got the shapes here. Let's see. I wouldn't bought a whole nother eraser so I wouldn't get all frustrated, and this is one of those more expensive ones, like the Prismacolor ones. If you can help it, don't get the cheapo kind. This is dog shit. It'll get all up in your nails. It'll embarrass you. It won't come out for days. You can wash your hands, and later on in the day maybe it'll loosen up enough so you can get it out from underneath your fingernails. It just sucks. Sucks. It just sucks. Okay. Let's see. God, it's so good to be back. I miss drawing. I mean, drawing. You know, I was at when I was at my daughter's, I was just chilling, but it's like this is got my music going. I'm in my element. I'm in my own stomping grounds. But it was so cool because her house was her apartment was like a studio. There was an easel in every room almost. Well, every room but the bathroom and the kitchen, but which is she basically had an easel in her bedroom. She had an easel in the living room, a big easel in the living room. Just was so cool. An easel outside. I thought that was so awesome. Like my daughter paints. She's a painter. She's badass. Let's see. And she even had her own artwork in her house. You know, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I need to do that. I don't think I have anything. I have one picture, two pictures, three pictures of my doodles and whatnot up on my wall. But she has hers framed. I'm like, oh, dog. Okay, so let's see. Let's get to the nitty gritty here. Let's get into that face. Let's see. True. I'm such a dirt. You know, I was watching this one video. This guy was at a convention and he asked one of the artists. I think it was either Jim Lee or I can't remember who the other artist was. Shit. He says, "What advice would you give me? You know, for my daughter who wants to get into to drawing comics and stuff like that. You know, is there somebody that she should mentor under?" He goes, "Hell no, all artists are perverts." And I was like, "Dog, is he looking at me?" I'm like, "Oh crap, I'm a perv," and I'm like, "He's freaking right." You know, anybody who stares at the naked body for hours and then draws them, you know, and you know, we don't get out much. I used to get out much and look at bodies, but I never got to draw them. I should have kind of like a foreplay or something like that. Like, just sit for me, baby, just sit for me. Oh, that would have been awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the eyes because they're just so freaking intense. I almost wish I had my drawing book next to me. The one with I don't know, the Mel Gibson one just really did something to me. It's like, wow, dog. Okay, I can get out of that one. I don't need that one. I need this one. Okay. I had to close a couple windows. See, I can draw this crap for hours. I like it. Let's see. Use your big girl eraser, Kim. Alright. But yeah, you're right. I do like to draw them a little sexier than a cartoon. But, you know, I might want to get into doing cartoons a little bit more. More like Legend of Korra type. And maybe a little bit of anime looking. I even bought some new markers, so when I get ready to outline. And I'll probably take, let's see, I'll probably use my Prismacolors or something like that. Oh, I could treat this with baby oil. This is Bristol. Holy shit. Okay. give it a little bit of space in between, cheating a little bit. The eyes are like supposed to be an eye apart. We're almost at an eye apart. Okay. And then the nose, about like right there. Let's see. One nostril looks like it's about right here, where the tear duct is. And then the other one is a little bit here. Okay, so that's the very edge. And then I can erase that. Yeah, one of the people that I was learning, but you're right, Julie, drawing cartoony and stuff like that. But anyway, one of the people that I follow on YouTube, and does like these amazing drawings. He's actually tracing the shit out of everything he does. I'll be surprised if he ever comes up with one where he's not tracing. Okay, so where his eyeball is, about right here is where this lip ends. But that doesn't look right. Let's see. Just doing a quick measurement. Okay, so my eyeballs are a little huge. A little. Just move this over a bit. I left my 0.5 pencil at my daughter's, so I think I'm using like a 0.7. I think this is what this one is. It's definitely not a 0.5. But it's funny when I want to doodle, maybe draw an eye or something like that. I don't want to do it digitally. I don't want to do it digitally. I want to do it with a pencil and paper, or with paper and pen. I don't know if it's just habit, or it's just available at the time. He's so funny. It's about time you got back to drawing, Kim. You tried to say, Ian. And I also think it's the demographic. I think more young people appreciate the digital than they do the traditional drawing. He's got a weird nose. It's like all this is obliterated right here. Let me see, maybe it's somebody photoshopping him or something. I mean, he looks like himself. But anyway, yeah, it's a very, very sexy show. But it's also very entertaining. It's got its funny moments. It's got some really good character development. It's not like you're just sending people to the slaughter. And they got full frontal male nudity. Get that mess. I'm like, dog, that's my show. Okay, so let's get his. So if you haven't seen a dingle hopper in your life, they'll show it to you. I think at least at one time in the show, everybody is showing their naughty bits, which is not a bad thing. It definitely pushed the envelope on certain things. And no, I didn't fast forward to the dirty bits. On some shows, I like Game of Thrones. I wanted to fast forward through the nonsense. I'm like, get to the frickin' meat of the show. Show me stuff. Okay, what's funny on like one of the funny things on the show, at the very beginning, he tried to tell people his name, and every time he tried to tell people his name, he'd be interrupted. So we never learned the name of the Spartacus character. He's like, my name is nobody gives a shit. It's like, damn, okay. Well, back when I was called, who gives a fuck? I was like, okay, I'm Spartacus then. Oh man. So I say, anyway, I didn't. I was a good girl. I just watched I just watch it over again, and I'm not going to tell you where my hands were. Mind your own business. Yeah, on the paper, that's where my hands were. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, let me speed it up a little bit. We'll go to the music as Julie likes to see. And he had this gorgeous long hair when he first started out, and then they cut it all off. It's like, oh, well, they're like, oh, kind of like these little gladiator makeovers. Yeah, I might be able to put this in like a collage type of form. I'm going to show some of the characters. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the basics of his hair. Let's see. What time? Oh shit! 6:10. I got 10 minutes. Okay, so let's start changing him into the candy guy. When I color this, eventually, he has a lot more facial hair that I got to throw on him. More whiskers, more whiskers. He's got so many whiskers. You wouldn't want to put your thighs between that head, no, or that head between your thighs. It's just like, no, you don't even want to kiss them. They're like it's like kissing a porcupine's ass. It's like, no, it's alright. I just love you from afar. Yeah, that's how I show my love. You know, I stick your head between my thighs. Let me stop. Oh, Lord have mercy. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the statue's shadows and use that. That way the body blends a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, watch the show. I guarantee you'll be watching. The next thing you'll know, you'll be catching every episode. They didn't do this like 2 hours here, 3 hours there type of thing with like Game of Thrones did. It's all basically 1 hour and it's like it goes fast. It didn't leave me so much with what the fuck did I just watch syndrome, where it's like you're sitting there for like 5 minutes after the credits have rolled, or while the credits are rolling, and it's like, what the fuck did I just watch? I had that with what's that show called, True Blood, where I would watch an episode and it's like it was so off the chain that it's like you're just sitting there not knowing how to fucking act for like, and barely breathing, going, what the hell did I just watch? I like shows like that. Make you like, oh crap. Okay. Alright. Yeah, and what was cool about Spartacus is he was a scrawny little guy, but he was spry. He was a spry for a white guy. Okay. Let's see if we can get this down a little bit. Alright, candy. That was the whole point of this. Let's see. I need to zoom out. I'm going to use the twist candy. We'll break it. This is supposed to be the sword that they are given when they're set free. I don't know if it's called a gladius, but I'm going to break this sword like it's been half eaten. And there's shadows over some of it, and it's going to be like multicolored with another little line going through it of color. I used to love these as a kid. Let's see what, give it one more. We'll bring the little thingy down here. Like there's a little tail where it stops winding. There we go. We'll just give it enough of fragments here so that it shows that it's broken. We have part of a gummy worm that's broken. Let's see, and I wanted to make like a little candy necklace, or for his bracelet here. And this is where I was going to put the gummy bears going across. But one of the more seasoned characters that I don't mind drawing as well. Okay. At least you would be moaning. If I'm moaning, I can't hear the dialogue. I tell you, this show was off the chain. Let's see. Alright, so the new marker. Oh, shite. Okay, I got 4 minutes. New markers. I ended up buying some white Stabilos so I can draw on black t-shirts. Let's see. I want to try these new markers. These markers that I got are, I don't need to take these with me. I got colored fabric markers. One of them looks brown, so I was kind of pissed off about that. Let's see. I'll leave those other ones in there. Okay, so anyway. I want to see what these bad boys can do. And it's just like regular size. This is a black liner Molotov. Let's see. Smallest one would probably be the 0.3. I love thin pens. Come to me. Number 3. Ooh, glitter! Alright. I was going to go to Pride with my daughter to celebrate gay pride with her, and I got too hungover to go from the night before, and I don't usually drink like that. I usually have maybe a glass of wine, or even like if I was going out, hunting or clubbing, and there is a difference. Um, that was back in my younger days when I had my little man catchers kind of dangling out, and I'd bring the flavor of the night home with me, my kill back with me. Um, yeah, I would only have like maybe one wine cooler because I knew I'd have to drive home and bring my kill back to my lair. But yeah, those were adventurous days. Okay, let's see. Make sure that these are both about the same size. I need more time. But I will work on this on camera. That way we can see the candy guy here. Our candy, let's see, his face is kind of like at an angle. Maybe that's why. I kind of drew him straight on, I think. I don't know. His nose looks jacked, and it shouldn't look like that. Oh, and I have a Spartacus calendar, too. Back from, I think it was 2014, maybe. And I still keep that bad boy. I pull it out every now and then. I'm like, wow. It was a gift. I didn't buy it myself. I would have, but I didn't. Somebody else got it for me. I was like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I lost my shit when I saw it. I'm like, oh my god. Do you think you know me? And you do. I don't think I was the one that bought it. Oh, shit! Sorry. It's time for me to go. Alright, you guys. Alright. Well, I knew the alarm was going to go off, but I was like in the groove. Okay. Putting marker down. Okay, I will be working on this again tomorrow or tonight. I'm going to do my best to get off my ass, get home, and eat and then jump on this. So I will see you guys later. This is as far as I've gotten with my candy gladiator. And I'm not going to take a picture of him just yet, so I'm not going to bring him into the other program just yet. But I will be working on a different gladiator. And I will be doing him digitally, so thump you. Thump you, Ian. I love you, but thump you. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for watching. For anybody who just joined us or came at the last second, like I always do, or not come at all, one or the other. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and if you'd like to catch the next video, I'm going to have Crixus from the show, and he would be friggin' awesome as a candy gladiator. But damn, there's so many hot guys to choose from. God, Dandruff Gannicus is pretty tight too. Let's see, and I loved Varro. Okay, let me stop. Oh, God, Dandruff. I'm going to switch my thing over real quick before I know I got to hit the road, but God, Dandruff, I got to share. I have to overshare. Let's see, so the guy I'm going to be working on next is going to be this dude right here. Really? It's going to do this to me? It is. Bump you. Let's see. Can I zoom in? Yes. Yes, mistress. No, I can't. Sucks. That's Crixus. Oh, dog. He is hot. So he's going to be the next Candy Gladiator. Or I could do Russell Crowe. We'll see what comes up. Anyway, you guys, you have a great one, and thank you so much for popping in. I was getting a little lonely. And here is Candy Gladiator thus far. All right. If you guys have any ideas, or if you decide to do this as well, go to seventhsanctum.com. Pick out a generator. This one here is Wacky Class Generator. If you'd like to try yours, and just let me know what you think and how how yours is turning out. I'd love to follow what you guys come up with. And I am out. Thanks again for watching, and have a great one. I'll catch you tomorrow, and we'll finish him up. Bye-bye.